What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking about how to photograph your tattoos. This is one thing that's super overlooked in this industry and one thing that could show you apart from all the other people and get you to that next step of your career. So I'm going to get into it. And as always, like and subscribe down below and hit that little bell icon so you can follow me and you'll be updated on all the new videos I come out with, because I come out with 3 videos each week and this will help you keep track of all the new ones coming out. Like I just said, one of the biggest things in this industry is how to take good pictures of your tattoos. If you go onto a famous tattoo artist, go onto their Instagram, you're going to see all of their tattoos are going to have a really nice, clean, black background. It has nice lighting in it. You can clearly see the tattoo. All of these things are super important if you want to kick up your career to the next level. And if you are first starting out, these are all the points that you need to know if you're trying to get into a studio, trying to build more clients, because that is the first thing they're going to look at, is the pictures of the actual tattoos that you do. So when I first started out with my career, it was 12 years ago. So we didn't have all of the things we do nowadays. The shops I worked at really didn't care too much about this. They just wanted me to, do tattoos and kick them out the door so I could make more money for them. Nowadays, I've learned how to take good pictures of my tattoos, which helped out a lot. But before, what I would do is just take a picture on my phone that didn't have a good camera. I'd print them off, put them in a book, and it wasn't quality pictures, so you really couldn't tell all the detail in the tattoo and all of those things. It's kind of like, just an old photo book from way back in the day of your families. And nowadays, there's so many people doing extra things, especially with like social media. They don't need to be there in hand anymore to go through your portfolio. And portfolios, I feel, are eventually going to die. Since everything's online nowadays, you can just pull up your phone, everyone has a phone, and look at any artist's portfolio online within a whole city, is accessible to you, or throughout the world, of course. So yeah, when it comes to taking your pictures, I'm gonna go over all the key points of what you should be doing, what you should have, and how to do it. First one will be your background. You want to make sure you're not having anything in the background that can kind of take away from the tattoo. That being your tattoo setup. You don't want to have, ink spilled, your feet in the background, or, tables, anything, depending on where you're tattooing. You don't want all of those things in there. If you're tattooing in a tattoo studio and go out and take a picture in the lobby and there's a couch in the background, that's not a very good representation of your artwork and where you're at in your career, right? Because it just looks like you're tattooing in someone's house or something like that, which is the last thing that you really want to put in your portfolio, especially trying to get into a tattoo studio, because they're going to see that and completely write you off and just say no immediately. With your background, what I do, I have a sheet put up on the wall in the tattoo studio in the back, so it's not in the way or anything, no one can really see it, but it's just a black sheet on the wall that has a perfect background for taking pictures, because there's nothing else there, there's not multiple colors, it's just a black background, so it has good contrast. So that's what I would recommend using for background. Now, if you don't have these things, the best thing you can do is find a solid color wall, and that'll do fine for now until you can get this set up. Second one would be lighting. So as soon as you do the tattoo, you want to make sure that you're having the appropriate lighting. If you go back there with a black background and you just try to take a picture with your flash, it's not going to come out how you want it to. It's going to be super blurry. There's going to be a really big flashlight on it. You're not going to be able to see any of the detail you just did in that tattoo, and it's going to take away from it. You just spent hours and hours on this tattoo. You want to take the best picture you can so you could use it and get more clients from that. So lighting's a big deal. What I recommend and what I use is an O light. You could get them on Amazon. They create really good light, and some of them you could tone down the lighting if it's super bright and you want to kind of create a mood to it. So this is what I use. These lights right here, they're really great. It comes with an attachment. You can put your phone, hook it up here, and you could even have a little button to take the picture. Obviously, I'm not taking pictures of myself by any means, so I just have this light set up. I'll move it around how I need to. It does go up and down, so you can get the perfect angle over your tattoo to create a great picture. So this is the second point, and it is a huge deal. Make sure you're using the appropriate lights for taking pictures of your tattoos. Okay, and the next step on the list would be, whenever you are tattooing, you have your whole setup, for taking pictures. When you're actually doing the tattoo, one trick I could tell you that'll help out a ton is I like to use Bactine. What that does is calm down the redness of the tattoo and helps with pain a little bit, people say. I'm not sure if that's in their head or not, but doing this at the end of your tattoo, spraying it down, letting it sit, will help calm down some of that redness. And if you are tattooing with like white highlights and stuff like that, it'll help them, brighten up a little bit and have it pop in your actual picture. So giving it the time to be able to sit a little bit will help you out a ton, be able to get good pictures, because it'll calm down that redness, so it kind of takes away from everything. Obviously, this could be super hard if you're working in a street shop, because you have, 17 clients coming in and you're just blasting them out. but this is a huge deal. Make sure you're taking the time to do this, because you could be stuck in a street shop right now but have goals of opening up your own studio or opening up a private studio. But these shop owners want to make money, right? They're pushing you to do the most amount of tattoos physically possible because they want to make money on you. But you need to focus on your career as well. Taking the time to get good pictures will help you be able to build up these portfolios to get into, the famous tattoo studio, or opening up your own studio with tons of clients being booked up for months. So yeah, make sure you're taking the time to do this. It'll help you out a ton in your career. And the last thing that you could do to your photos would be, whenever you're done taking the photo of your tattoo, if you want to stand apart in this industry, you could do little tips and tricks to kind of make everything different and have you stand out, which will show you apart with everyone else in your city. So one thing that I do would be, whenever I take my picture, I put my picture on Procreate and I'll put my watermark on there, which will be my logo, my name, whatever you have that kind of shows who you are, be your name, or if you have an actual logo, will help out a ton. You just put it down at the bottom. You want to make sure that it's not super bright. You want to kind of on a layer to where it's kind of faded a little bit. You could still see it, but it's not overpowering, super white and taking away from the tattoo. You also don't want it covering up the tattoo at all. Make sure it's in an area to where you have that regular background, a solid color background, and it's just on that area, not on their actual skin or anything like that. So that's one thing that can help you out a ton, because when people see that, it just looks super official. Everything looks clean. When you pull up online and see your portfolio, when all of your pictures look exactly the same, that's kind of where you want to get to. All the tattoos are obviously different, but all the pictures are set up exactly the same, because that looks super clean, super professional, and it looks like you know what you're doing, which is an awesome way to get more clients. So I hope this was able to help you out and learn some knowledge on how to set up for taking pictures of your tattoos, and have a little bit of idea on how to grow in this industry. As always, like and subscribe down below, and if you like content like this, leave a comment down below so I know to make more videos like this to help you guys out.